Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off this video by giving all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kwadash. Double honors to my teachers, the elder apostles, and elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Peace, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect of the house of Israel. Alright, a quick little lesson pertaining to an article that I read in RT News, which demonstrates the hate, the hate that these nations are going to have, the hate that they're going to have for that whore, aka Babylon the Great, aka America. Okay, so let's go into it. Let's see. Let me start off with Obadiah. And it reads Obadiah 1 and 7. All thy confederacy, so like all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to thy borders. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have had laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Okay, so that's basically saying how the allies, okay, of America, eventually they will turn their backs on them. Okay, because again, America being led by Donald Trump, they're showing their horns. Okay, they're being proud. They're showing that they are that whore. They want to reassert their position as being the leaders of the new world in a sense. Okay, so Donald Trump is there showing an exceeding amount of pride. Okay, sending shots, terrorists all over the earth, okay, to their allies, to their friends, okay, and now the nations they're fighting back, man. Okay, they had enough. Okay, so those that were all the men of that confederacy, those that were at peace with you, those are your allies. Okay, they're eventually gonna turn their backs on America. Okay, and eventually they're gonna press the button. That hate that they have for the whore will eventually lead to them pressing the button and destroying Babylon the Great, aka America, with nuclear fire. Okay, so it says here in Revelation 17 and Revelation 17 and 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. So again, the whore represents America, and those 10 beasts represent the NATO and the EU. Okay, you see, those are in those days, those 10 horns represented families, represented kingdoms, which eventually transformed into being the NATO and the EU. Okay, you see, and those nations are going to end up turning their backs on America, like I said. And it says what? These shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Okay, so that's when it says shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. What does that mean? It means that first of all, the sins of America are going to be exposed. Okay, so that goes into her nakedness being shown, being revealed. Okay, and people are going to see what the filthiness and the wickedness that Babylon has been pushing. Okay, since the day of her establishment as being a nation, okay, being a country, okay, all the wickedness that they've been doing behind the scene in darkness, in secret, okay, all that wickedness is going to be revealed. Okay, and it says here, they shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. What does that mean? Babylon the Great is going to be consumed with nuclear fire. Okay, as it says, the elements shall melt. Okay, Babylon the Great, aka America, is going to become a complete wasteland, a memorial of what happens when the ungodly rule, and what happens when people decide to live ungodly, as it says pertaining to Sodom and Gomorrah. And this time, Babylon is going to be the new memorial of what happens to those that disobey the law, statutes, and commandments, and that seek, okay, to push the Lord into anger. Okay, those that seek the wrath of the Lord. Okay. So it says here, so that being said, let's go into it real quick. I believe the brothers are here, but let me bring out that article that I mentioned. It says here, NATO ally turned down U.S. plea for eggs. Okay, so imagine that, man. Famine is coming. Okay, there's gonna be major famines. So now in the time of need, in the time where the U.S. is pleading for help. At the same time, the U.S. is there with great pride, but at the same time, they're asking for help. You know, that doesn't work, but that's why it says the hate, pride is hateful. Pride is an abomination to the Lord and even to men. Okay, how can you be prideful and still ask for help? That doesn't. When you ask for help, you have to come with a certain level of humility, and that level of humility, the Edomites, they don't have that, man. Okay. So especially starting with Edom, man. No, Edomites. Starting with America. America, you know, they're the epitome of pride, man. Okay, you can't tell them nothing, man. Okay? So it says here, again, NATO allies turned down U.S. plea for eggs. Okay? It says here, Finland has refused, okay, they have refused, okay, to export eggs to the U.S., citing regulatory hurdles and supply constraints after the U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA. Shalom, mec. J'aime bien le afro, man. C'est fresh, c'est fresh. So I can spend video real quick. Okay. So as it says, the USDA reached out to several EU producers amid skyrocketing domestic prices. Local outlet YLE has reported. Okay, so the U.S. is asking for help. Okay, the proud one. Okay, the proud Babylon is asking for help from their allies. Okay, but it says that they have refused, man. Okay, Finland has refused, man, because again they said because of citing regulatory hurdles. They say, oh, there's not enough laws. There's not enough laws, you know, to regulate. Well, they're gonna go into it. It says here, the American market is experiencing a severe egg shortage due to a bird flu outbreak that has drastically reduced domestic production. Prices have surged by 200% from last year, reaching an all-time high of $8.41 per dozen, according to Bloomberg. Okay, so the prices of eggs are going up. And eggs, man, that's a everyday essential in a sense, man, for food. When it comes to food, you know, the Americans, they love their breakfast, egg and ham, egg and bacon. You know, they need their omelet in the morning, man. That's the most important meal of the day, as so they say. You know, so again, the prices, they went up 200%, man. Okay, so that's inflation. Okay, which should eventually lead to that famine. Okay, you see. So you see, so even now we're seeing things like that. But imagine when it hits all sorts of because right now it's the eggs. So imagine when it hits all sorts of aspects in life. You know, the one domino hits, one domino falls, and there's a chain reaction of a lot of hell. You know, and that's exactly what the day of the Lord entails. Okay, hell after hell after hell. Okay, a lot of as it says, a scenario of polycrisis. Okay, you run from one thing, you find another thing. You run from another thing, you find another thing. Okay, so it says here, to stabilize the market, the USDA has appealed to several European countries, including Finland, Sweden, and Denmark, for import. The Finnish Poultry Association confirmed that it had been contacted, but stated that the export were not currently feasible. We can't do it. Can't help you, man. You're on your own, bud. Can't help you, bud. You see? You pull yourself by the bootstraps. You know, great America, you got it. You gotta handle it by yourself. They can't do it. Okay? So it says here, basically it's not feasible, man. We can't help you, man. You're on your own. Okay? It says here, launching export is not a simple matter since there is no agreed rule in place. The association executive director Vera Lehtila told YLE on Saturday. She explained that Finland lacks national approval to export egg products to the US, meaning any potential shipment would require extensive regulatory procedures. But just put those procedures in place. It's not like you can't do it. You know, they acting like it would take years. You know, sign the documents, meet up with someone, okay, meet up with the people, set up the association, okay, set up the rules in place, the amount, the price, and that's it, and make the shipment. You see, it's not that complicated. But the way she's making it seem is like it's impossible, man. Okay, and I googled. Okay, you guys can Google it by yourself. It's just for a lack of time, you know. I googled how long it takes for a for regulations of concerning food exports to be passed, to be put into play. Okay, and it says about a week. Okay, they said about a week, and now since it's an international matter, a continental export, okay, from one continent to another continent, I can't really I didn't really go too deep into details, but within the nation, within a country, it takes a week. So for between continents, it wouldn't take more than a month. It shouldn't take more than a month to put rules together, prices, and set things up, man. It's just they don't want to do it, man. They said fuck the U.S. basically, okay. As it says, so now they come up with more excuses. It says here, we have 4 million lay in hand in total in Finland. The amount we could export will not solve their egg shortage, she said, pointing out that the U.S. culled 5 times as many birds due to the bird flu in last quarter alone. Okay, an official response drafted in coordination with the Finland Food Authority has already been sent to the U.S. authority, according to Helsin. I'm not even okay. So it says here. Then you jump. I'm gonna go straight to the point. It says so. Basically, they're saying the U.S. even if we help you guys, it won't even be enough. Like we won't even solve your problem. So there's no point in helping. You know, they come up with a lot of smart ways to say fuck you and fuck off. You know, you see. I respectfully decline. You know, see they're coming up with smart ways to say no. It says here, Europe is also facing egg shortages due to the bird flu, with millions of chickens culled across the continent. One of Sweden's largest eggs producer, Kronarg, told that in the Aftonbladet that it is unlikely to export to the U.S. due to the restrictions. The Danish Egg Association stated that while it would consider export, there is hardly any surplus available. Again, we can't help you. We don't even have eggs, and there's not a surplus. You know, you want us to give you some eggs, but we don't have enough for ourselves. You know, and that's that Edomite mentality. You know, there's a precept, paraphrase. It says if your neighbor comes to you unawares in the middle of the night, you know, and he asks you for bread, he asks you for something to, you know, food, so he can help a guest that came to his house. You're supposed to, you can't shun him, you can't shoot him out telling you I'm already in bed. There's not enough rules and regulations for me to help you. I don't have enough flour for myself for tomorrow. You know, you're supposed to help him out, man. You get out of bed and you help him out. That's what it means to love your neighbor as thyself. Okay, this is what Yahushua taught us, man. Okay, that's a attribute or mannerism that the Edomites don't have, man. To put themselves in other people's shoes and have the how can I say, the well-being of others in their minds. It's not for them. They only think about themselves, me, myself, and I. Okay, so it says here, meanwhile trade tensions between Washington and Brussels have escalated. The U.S. President Donald Trump has threatened a 200% tariff on European wine, cognac, and other alcohol imports if the EU moves forward with plans to impose duties on American whiskey. So see that, as I was saying, how can you ask for help and at the same time you're being a tyrant? You're showing a great pride, man. They're not even trying to meet them halfway. It's like it's not even asking for help, they're demanding. It's like you have to help us, you know. It's like, so you're not asking, you're ordering them to you know, like they're beneath you. And this is the reason why these nations are gonna start really to hate America, man, because of their pomp, because of their mindset, really seeing all these other nations as inferiors, man. Okay, this is really gonna push the hate that they have for Babylon to increase, you know, and it's only getting more heated throughout these days. And it says here, this is part of the border trade dispute in which both sides have introduced tariffs on various goods, further straining transatlantic relations. Okay, so again, bringing it back to all men of that confederacy had deceived thee. Okay, those that were at peace with thee have deceived thee, roughly paraphrasing. Okay, which will ultimately lead to Babylon being destroyed, man. Okay, the tensions will only increase and get higher and higher and higher until uh, the nations had enough, and the Lord puts the spirit on them to push the button. Okay, and then the end is gonna happen. The end of this wicked kingdom. All right, this is just the beginning, man. Okay, when the chicken comes to roost. Shalom. Lord willing, this was edifying. Until next lesson. Shalom.